I love horses, and all growing up I was also extra fascinated with Mustangs. But being from the East Coast, you don't really get a whole lot of, Mustangs out there. We have some wild horses, but not like what I was fascinated with. My name is Dakota Lee. I am from North Carolina, going to school in Montana, and for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be training a Mustang. I am getting college credit for training a Mustang. Now, how the heck does someone get academic credit for something as crazy as this? It's a good question, right? So, well, what's really cool about my major, first of all, my major is Anthrozoology, and it's the study of human-animal interaction. It's really cool. Now, when I came to Carroll College just for Anthrozoology, that's why I came to this school, all my peers had this program where they were raising shelter dogs for a year. They were fostering shelter dogs. We were going through dog training classes, learning how to train an animal. Then at the end of the year, the dog will get adopted out to a member of the community. And so I came to Carroll, and I totally thought I was going to do that. I was just seeing these cute dogs, all right. But then as my first year progressed, and I would get to raise a dog my second year here, I didn't really see it. It wasn't hitting me like I wanted to do this anymore. So I decided not to raise a dog. And then all of a sudden, why not do it with a horse? Wow, like there's actually going to be a horse here. Like actually, oh man. And we've been working so hard to make it happen. So wow, it's really cool to be at this point where we can kind of put this thing on camera. Really, really excited.
Yeah, she did. She had the he's gonna grow more, but he's gonna do great mountain bunny. He's getting quite a bit older. You can tell by the if it was one of these older ones. Obviously.
I like her. I haven't figured out what to name her yet, but I don't know, she's the right one for me to work with. So, I have a whole pen of possibly even friendlier ponies, but this one I'm stuck on her. So as some of you know, I'm a professional animal communicator. And, well, last night I was like, hey God, can you connect me with who I'm supposed to be working with? And I did talk to someone, and she was freaked out and missing her friends. And I feel like I recognize her. And I also feel like she's saying, I'm ready to get out of here, I'm ready to go. And I think we're supposed to be working together. I know maybe she's not the friendliest, but I really believe that this is who I'm supposed to be working with. So that's my crazy story of why I chose her, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
The interesting thing that we have with Dakota and the project that she's working on is that she's getting school credit for it through Carroll College, which is really exciting. Our hope is to bring more awareness out to college students about the wild horses. I would hope that through this process, she realizes how wonderful wild horses are, and that her experience can be lived through other students as well. As she documents this gentling process that she'll go through, both for her and the horse, I hope people see that and they are excited about it. This is very exciting for us to have this opportunity to get into a college. May not be happening right at the college, but the college is what I feel a partner in this whole thing with Dakota and with the BLM. So that's very exciting for us.
know how to do mutual grooming.
So from this point on, I have 6 weeks until my graduation to train this little Mustang and hopefully find an adopter for her. I'm gonna steal like a handful of Amanda's grain. I don't think she. Please, Amanda, please let me. I don't think you'll mind too much, and let her try that because she walked straight up to that pan and was like, I want more. But oh my goodness, and I think it's so important to let her choose when to walk in, and also with the camera being here, she was like not so sure, and then just giving her the time to settle down was so important. And then just in that, I don't know if you guys saw, there were a couple things I was working on. First of all, we're still clearly just getting to know each other. And the long sniffs, nose to nose, we've never done that before. So it's pretty cool. And then my plan is to use this carrot stick. So some people look at this and it's like, isn't that a whip? But it all depends on how you use it. And my plan is for River to never know it as a whip, but to see it as a communication tool and something we see, and maybe like even an extra hand. And I don't know if you noticed, but I was able to, she was investigating my whole face, right? So she got to investigate me, and I used that to touch some of her face, and that's effectively I'm petting her. And so the fact that she let me do that, and then also the other thing we were working on, well, clearly she was following me a little bit, so that's even more improvement from yesterday. But also another thing, I'm looking for disengagement of the hind legs. And what that means is that, so just watching the back feet, this is really important. A horse will, in order to turn, like, okay, front end of the horse, back end of the horse, and the horse is doing one of these. So the back end's moving, the front end not so much. And what I'm looking for is for those back feet to cross over in order to move. And that's really important in horses. It says it's a lot of communication. If you can do that with a horse, it means you've got a lot of control in riding later. I wouldn't call this exactly control, but it might move into that later. I'm feeling all this out. I kind of, every day I have the plan for the next day figured out. That's about as far as I'm getting in this training. But 2 days down, and dang, that is beautiful. Just beautiful. So, all right, I'm going to go get the wheelbarrow. Yeah. Okay, so I just had to end the session we were having early because I got too emotional. Actually, we both got too emotional, if I'm being perfectly honest. You need to watch it. Yes. I said I'm trying to teach you and scratch you until we both kind of get something and need to further the training. And she's like, why? Why don't we just stand here and just scratch and do this all day? And I was like, well, because we have to learn for another person. You know, you're not staying with me. And at that point, I heard her go, oh. And then she physically threw her head up, did that, and walked away from me. And she was telling me, I don't want to do that. That's scary. I don't know them. Going with someone else, I know you. Why can't I just stay with you? And then I start crying because, of course, I'd love to, but it's not. I'm not in a place where I can take on. I have another personal horse. I can't take on two right now. It's a blessing to be able to spend just this much time with her. And I said, yes, River, we both have to accept this now. You're not going to stay with me. And there are other wonderful people out there. You just haven't met them yet. She's like, she actually said, no, I understand. She's like, I'd like to pretend I don't understand, but I understand.
Are not the devil.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good at least, you know, and she didn't want to
But she was still skittish when she first came.
Oh, definitely.
But
We can both eat this one. Obviously, I was about to bring, this halter into it. I thought she'd be ready for that today. I don't think she was ready for that today. So I'm really glad I just used the rope that she is very comfortable with, loves putting in her mouth. And basically, you know, roped her. Hey. She was scared for a minute, but she also learns really fast. I want to say those freak out moments, they're not, I know she all of a sudden looks big and scary, but honestly they're not that big a deal in her mind. Now I have to take steps to protect myself, I think, and then being able to see those in advance and get to a safer spot for myself. Horses, when they feel pressure, they like, so say, I don't know, pretend we're leading me. Say I feel this pressure. I'm not automatically going to go here to release the pressure. I'm going to go here to see if I can release the pressure. And that's horses. They do not naturally understand that, you know, when you feel a tug, you should go with the tug. They go the other way. That's how they get out.
Winter's ending, I've been gone for some time. I'll ride northbound on the western line. I'll see you again when the cold nights are over. I was lost in the dead of night. You were indoors, out of the bitter cold. Silent stars watched over my wandering heart. Photograph is all that lasts long. With glory years and quiet fears gone. When summer days are far away, you can dream of skies and lovers' eyes blue. Photograph is all that lasts long. Glory years and quiet fears gone. When summer days are far away, dream of skies and lovers' eyes blue.
Such a good girl. Very natural for you. You like it in your mouth, right?
Spring came, calling with the rain, and the trees grew against my view. I tried to tease her, and to tell me because
River.
Well, as always, you've become part of the training session.
I'm okay with that.
Well, it's supposed to, yeah, like that. Are you okay? Kind of big on you, actually. You're telling me, huh? You're telling me. She's like, this is weird. It's no funny.
Oh my gosh, I got a halter on today. Woo! You know, my favorite part about this training so far, there's so many favorite parts, but like, just, dear Lord, how calm it is. Like, that was not traumatic in the least. And River, she, I'm not sure if we have any clip of this, but she likes to pull my hat off. And I definitely tell her stop it, but she's tried that twice today. So, yeah, it might be time to take the mouthiness out. So, I can confidently say that today was the first day we genuinely disagreed with each other. Oh.
Well, you came a little faster, huh?
I don't know, I've upped her training a little bit, and I purposely walked her longer than I knew she would want to. And so we were disagreeing about what to do, and she freaked out as big as she thought she could, and it just goes to show her the rope didn't come off. I didn't stop holding it, and she did it again. And you know what's so interesting? Before she bolted, the second, I guess, big freak out, we were standing in the round pen, and we were talking, we were talking about, okay, so what do you think about this? And she was like, so when can we go do what I want? And I was like, well, River, we have to do, when this is on, it means we kind of have to do, not kind of, I didn't say kind of, we're going to do where I'm going. We're going to go where I'm going. And you even, she did a little head flip. She's like, oh. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I could feel her getting agitated. I actually asked her, are you going to freak out? And she was like, yeah. And so I was like, well, okay then. So I stepped away from her, and anyway, so when she bolted, I knew it was probably coming. So that was kind of cool, knowing that freak out was going to come in a moment, and you just keep holding on. And I said, when we were leading around after she bolted and stuff, I was telling her, you know, we do have to do what I say, but there's also something great that comes with doing what the human says. I can protect you. I know where the best places to go are. If there's a trap, I will not walk you into it. If there's bad people, bad dogs, bad anything, we can go around it because I'm saying so. There might be something you don't know about that I do. So we have to listen to what I have to say. There's protection with it. She was like, oh. And so at least, you know, instead of just being like, we're doing what I said because, you know, I was able to give her a reason. But you can still tell she was bored. Oh my gosh. She was like grabbing her clip and just playing around. She got bored, but before we can go do the fun stuff, I need to know that she will be with me and be obedient no matter what, and that makes a safe horse, and it'll make a safe horse for the next person. So I'll get the freakouts, so there won't be so many in the future.
This cat does horseback rides.
Yeah, we're not gonna
No.
do that to River just yet.
Don't move her to the next to the
Yeah,
fence.
no.
He will try to hop on.
Is that right?
This might be one of her favorite days so far. So I'm talking about just yielding the hindquarters.
So you want to yield the hindquarters?
Yeah, that's what I want to do now.
Tip her nose in
Okay.
and apply pressure to her hips.
And should I need like, should I be standing here, like?
Right about a 45-degree angle from her shoulder.
So,
No,
pretty good.
opposite way.
Wait,
So you want to be closer to her butt.
Oh, so here.
45-degree angle from her shoulder. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not.
And then don't use the top half of the stick. Use the bottom half of the handle.
Well, that is already more beautiful than.
I think the most surprising thing about this whole training process with River is actually how calm she is. I don't know, you just have this connotation with a Mustang, just this impression that they're going to be wild and crazy and freak out because they've never seen any of this stuff before. But honestly, that horse is so calm. Oh my goodness, she's calm. She's a lot calmer than a bunch of domesticated horses I know, or that have been with people their whole life and have had training. She's calmer than a lot of them. And that's been shocking. And then the second thing that surprised me the most is like intuitively how much I actually know what I'm doing. Before I got River, I was so worried that like I would just have days where I was worried like, am I going to be able to do this? I've never done this before. And then I actually got the horse and I could feel where she was. And again, shocking how calm she was, and I could tell what she was ready for, what she needed next. Oh, I know what we need to learn, and it's all intuitive, but it's based off of her. So no wonder I was freaking out. I didn't have her. I didn't have any kind of feedback on my own intuition on that. So that's been really nice.
All right, so this is Dr. Marie Southers. She is the adopter of River. River is the luckiest little Mustang in the world because this woman loves her animals so much and actually keeps them forever, which is hard to find, especially when you're just 2 years old.
Oh, this is Dakota, my student. So I'm a professor of Anthrozoology at Carroll College, and Dakota is one of my students. And I also spent some time in Africa with her.
Yes, we went on a study abroad to South Africa together. She was the leading faculty member, and we had like the most fabulous time.
Right.
Yeah, so I got to know Dr. Southers really, really well, and it's just, yeah, that's why I just couldn't be more pleased about this matchup with
so
River.
Exciting. I was sitting there, I was at home, I was sitting there, and I was actually looking at Facebook, which I have to admit I sometimes do at night. And so I was just looking at Facebook, and I see this silly little quiz that you can take, and it was Find Your Dream Horse. And I thought, okay,
well, why not?
That's what I was just thinking about. And I mean, I wasn't even thinking about River at all at this point. I mean, I knew of her, obviously, because I was following your posts and liking them, and I thought it was awesome what you were doing, but it hadn't occurred to me yet that this was my horse. And so I'm sitting there, this is going to sound kind of silly, but I was sitting there going through Facebook, and I saw this little quiz, and so I took it, and it was like 35 questions long. It was pretty intense, and I was just answering it honestly, and then at the end, it's supposed to compute your dream breed, and it comes up, and it's Mustang. And I'm like, Mustang? And then I'm sitting there going, that's interesting. And then I scroll, like one more scroll, and it's you. It's the River post of the day. And that's interesting timing.
Yes, it is.
And it was your post where you were saying that you were looking for River's forever home.
Yeah.
And in that video, you said, if this speaks to you, I want to hear from you. And I was like, look at her. Oh, I got to give you another hug.
Wonderful.
It's awesome.
It's so awesome.
I know.
She's going to have a great life.
Look at her. She's just adorable. Oh, this is awesome. It really is awesome.
Good girl.
Said it wouldn't break if it could bend. And I knew you were the only one who meant it. We split it backwards over the fence. Hoping we learned some kind of lesson. These are with losing all your best friends.
There's like pressure point, like
Right,
acupressure points. Yeah. Yeah, which is.
And put it in the bag, say like a promise.
Has she ever even walked over a rope?
Between the
Oh,
stereotypes.
yeah. She will get tangled in the ropes and get herself out.
Parked your car, you said beyond.
A little faster.
Is this a lie? You only wanted. Trying to escape all my time spent chasing dreams I've lost in waves, lost in the space. On your way out, you were always passing by, a vision in the night, with the lights out. Don't we all see something? Don't pass me by on your way down, on your way out. Don't pass me by on your way out.
Yeah, Carhartts.
And you're kind, you can tell.
I'm a ginger. I don't have a soul, so you feel bad for me.
Yeah.
You feel bad for me.
This way. Well, then the door opens that way. It's not going to help us.
Well, here, if you want to straighten out a little bit and then come back, she'll pull right in there. Okay, so now go ahead and straighten out.
I came in like 2 days after she got here to look at, I think to vaccinate one of Becky's horses, and she was just like wide-eyed and like, where am I? And I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be a handful. And then seeing her today, it's like,
Wow.
we walked in here and she was standing over there, and she's kind of like, oh, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
She walked right up to me when I came to the fence, the gate right there.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It's a neat thing.
Oh, that's so cool. You
Yeah.
got to see a before and after.
Yeah. It's cool.
Well, today is the day River's getting picked up to go to her new home. And her new person should be here any minute now with the trailer. Hi. And I just came out a little early to kind of just, I don't know, I'm going to see her at her new place. I get to visit. Thank you, River. Yes. It is actually all about you, believe it or not. Okay, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, just saying goodbye. I mean, even though I do get to visit her, I'm moving soon away from this entire area, go back to the East Coast, and that's really going to be goodbye. I won't be her number one anymore, and it's all excellent. Like, I cannot be more happy for her, but it's just, something I have wanted to do my whole life. It happened like that. And I believe I'll be training Mustangs again. I can't get enough, but, you know, she was my first one. You can't get that again. So, there's just a lot of change, and she has the absolute best outcome, and, you know, I'm going home. I'm gonna go get married, so she's got her new person, I've got my new person. But it's a really weird feeling. Just, you know, wanting to do this since I was a little girl. And I just did. And past tense, I did it. So, it was absolutely worth it. Time's a funny thing, you know, like, I've wanted to do this for forever, and I finally get to, and I've wanted to, you know, I was so worried about finding her forever person. I was like, oh, I wish I just had that now. I wish we could just solve this issue already, and then, oh, everything fell into place, and now's the last day, and now I'd like, instead of wanting to speed up time to when all the problems are solved, now I want to, like, stop it. But that's just not gonna happen. But it's okay. Well, before I forget the alfalfa, I'm gonna go grab it. Yeah.
Check out this halter.
I know.
It said it was hot pink. Boy, was it hot.
It's hot pink.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll fade.
Oh, yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, I probably should have gotten the raspberry, but it looks cute on her.
Just walk the like just sort of get her walking, so that then she's
The momentum is there.
More momentum as she's coming into the trailer.
Yeah, I can try it. That works with horses that know how to load.
Right.
She's been telling me she's just unsure about this surface and if it's safe enough for her.
Come on in. Yeah, who's a good girl? It's okay. Somebody's a good girl. Hey, look at this. Good girl.
I was up against my own resolution. Set apart.
You want us to latch yet or no?
My
Good girl.
Hey, River.
I'm so excited that today it took that everybody was here, because, you know, a lot of times you see me training on my own, and that's not the story. So I'm just super grateful, and I'm saying goodbye. So thank you all, and thank you everybody who's been watching this whole time, because your support has meant a lot. You know, I'm not a perfect trainer, but I feel good enough now. And the fact that I had a team today, so needed. You know, nobody has to do this on their own. And she's all calm in there enjoying a well-deserved dinner, which I think we all should go get next. So, okay, let's go bring her to her new home.
You desired of the first of my longing. You, in spite of me, were slow in responding. Patience, oh my love, was all that you told me. I came around. I came around.
Not yet. She's not through.
You were waiting for the end of night.
Now point at her hip.
I came
Stick up here with your
flowing out.